everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So I've got something interesting. Animalia released a mobile version last week, and I decided to load it on two devices. One is my Galaxy Tab is something light. I will put it in somewhere in the description. And the other one is my phone, my normal mobile phone. I'll also put that in the description. So I'm going to test it on two devices and just have a look and see how it differs. And it actually differed quite a bit. While playing this, I'm going to be honest with you, while playing this, I felt some things. Not happy things. As you can see, so I went through the options and just had a look and see if I can change the graphics level, the controls and whatnot. It seemed like, so what happened was they did a whole new revamp of Animalia. So it's Animalia version 2. It's better graphics on the PC. It's better graphics, new models, new everything, right? Oh, by the way, you can see it's still PC controls. And that's where my first gripe came in. So, one, it is not optimized for tablet. Not at all. You can't change the UI. So the buttons are all over the place. I can see there's like buttons missing. Testing a few things. I don't know why there's no sound. My apologies. There should be sound. There is sound in the game. I just think that my device didn't capture the sounds. So, sorry, you're going to listen to the music. So this whole game, while I was playing this, and I had this whole rant in my head, is it feels like they just took the PC game, and it's literally what you can do. It is in Unity. You load your game into Unity, and then you say convert for mobile. And then after a while you go, okay, how do I move? And then you stick the moving toggle in, or presets, and then you can add buttons and says different things like eating and drinking, but usually it comes with like 4 buttons, right? And that actually feels exactly what they did. It feels like they just went in, pressed the button, and then just said, have at it. Let's put it on the Play Store, and hopefully people will like it. It is horrible. There's no, I cannot express my frustration enough, and I don't normally do these type of negative videos, but I feel like at this moment the animal survival genre is just, especially okay, it is just people putting out games too early. They are putting games out and say, look, I did it first, without doing quality checks. This game, this mobile version of Animalia, should not have left the development floor. And I know people are going to go, but yes, it's early access. Animalia has been in early access for a while. There's DLC. The bunny is not even properly implemented. It's a mess. Development is slow. With the indie game, fine, I understand that. I can give that. But if your game looks like this, with no polish, no thought behind anything, your UI is a mess, it's not mobile friendly, it is just an import with your normal game stuck in there, it should not be publicly available. You should have pride in your work. This level of game that we get is something you send to your co-workers and say, quickly test this. Do you think this will work? Or to your mom or your dad or your family or something like, hi, test this for me, what do you think? And then you go and polish. This feels like it basically got dumped on the store and people are expected to actually go nuts. We want it's a guys, we want to do a mobile. We did mobile first. Yeah, cool. You did mobile first, but what the quality? Some of us have been playing mobile games, and we know that other mobile games, can look better than this, more polished than this. And it's like, for instance, for here, right? So I opened the menu, and I was looking around, and I couldn't find the exit button. There was no thought. I went to buffs. There was no thought going, hey, maybe there should be like a little cross or something, because you can't use escape. So where's the back button? I don't think the developers actually played their mobile version. I don't think they tested it with anybody. They don't have play testers to play this, and this should not have been released on the store. This is me figuring out how to. I was tapping like crazy, and at the end I had to just close my whole game and try again. So yeah, this is what happened. I know you can see what I'm playing on my mobile. Path of Titan's pretty good for the mobile. Very good game implemented in mobile. Obviously the graphics is not as good as PC, but for a mobile game it's not bad. So this is the issue that I have with like animal survival games, right? The genre, the animal survival genre, it feels haphazard. So you get really good developers, like developments and games that they really want to push, right? But I've actually come to the conclusion that not everybody plays survival games. It is not a very popular genre. It is slow. It is more social. I can't say nobody, but people don't like the realism aspect. So it's always like semi-realism, or a lion can sit with an elephant and chat. There is too few people to fill games, animal survival games. So it always feels dead. So you always end up with one or two servers that are like full, and nobody wants to move, and nobody can break in to that genre, right? The concept of you have an animal and it's a survival game is a good idea. However, because of the player base, and it's so few people, and people get bored because it is essentially you pretend to be an animal and you sit and you chat with your friends. It is a social thing. People find it slow, and then they leave. So, in a very good world, cool, people would get together and do this thing. But at the moment, there's too few people to fill up these type of games. They're all sticking to like the popular servers. They don't move there. They've got their games that they love because they've made friends there. They're not going to move to any other games. Then you get things like Path of Titans, which is amazingly successful, and it is good quality. Even the Isle is good. There's a couple of others. But then when you move over to the animal survival genre, right? And then everybody wants this, but there's no people to fill the servers. And then it's dead. And then you get a game like this that is actually hurting the brand, the Animalia brand, so much, because we all know animals are broken. Balancing is not right. All that stuff. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I cannot in good conscience promote this game. It's one of the reasons why I am moving away from animal survival. If it's a good game, then I will report on it. If I feel like the devs have actually put in the time, the effort, the blood, sweat and tears, and they're really trying, then I'll be like, okay, I will do this. But I am done promoting games and hyping up games that fall short of the standard of what we deserve. For indie games, the same. I feel like it's obviously it's not going to be a AAA game and there's like one developer or whatever, but if you've got that pride in your work, your players will feel it. But at this moment, I am not going to promote anything that I feel that is subpar, or anything that I feel that is unethical. Like I cannot in good conscience tell you to go buy this game, although this game is free on the mobile, but on Steam, the new version is out. Cool. However, there's 3 servers on the new version, and I've done a video, and that'll be up tomorrow. There's only one server that is actually popular, and they're sticking with the old version because the new version is unstable. And yeah, it is sad, but it is what it is. And I think at the moment we're all waiting for Primal Earth to, release maybe, or just, I think people are just sick and tired of these type of games anyway. That's why most of them fail. We're gonna check the, we're gonna see, so this is for my Galaxy tablet. We're gonna have a look at the mobile one in a moment. So after a while I've decided to close the game the normal way, like we used to. Wait 30 seconds and then quit the game. However, it just straight up went nope. No, I'm not closing this game. And I was sitting there tapping, and it's such a pity you can't hear the sound, which is sad. But I literally went like tap, and then after a while I was like, nah, I'm done. And I'm looking at the list, and those are the servers that are on at the moment, which is cool. If you log on to your phone or your tablet or whatever, you can actually play on these servers, and they are on PC. So there is crossplay. That's the one good thing. And I was checking and see, nope, it's still the same, because the UI was a bit wonky on the tablet. So I just had a look and see if I can fix it on the phone. Maybe it's like, optimized for phone. And it's still the PC controls. And I'm like, okay, well, cool. So I'm going to choose a new animal, and then I'm going to see if we can fix the UI. So the UI is still wonky. It's sitting in the middle of the screen. You can see they've added 2 little buttons for a jump and a drink and a eat. I don't know why it's so squished. You can see the grid still. It's weird. There's like a faint grid that goes across the screen where the buttons are. It's very weird. For mobile, I don't know. Those buttons need to be moved, not so squished. I don't know if they've tested this at all. Maybe I don't know. No idea what they were thinking. The UI I feel the UI needs to move entirely. The things at the top, at the right hand, where your lungs and your sprints, that could move to the top. That'll be better. Then you won't, obstruct your vitals with your thumb when you actually press your skills. You can eat and drink. Don't know why the jumping button is like way up there. And then they missed a few buttons. Where's the smell button? That is also like a really crucial part in Animalia. I feel like smelling. Where's that button? So you've got your attacks, and you've got, your crouch and your run, and the jump and the eating button is obstructed when you use a tablet. Then the smell, where's the smell? The lie down is also not there. They need to think about how to implement this UI properly, how to implement this game properly. Just slapped in a few buttons and then it's okay, cool. It's fine. Sorry, I'm very negative with this game. I'm actually not as negative now as what I was when I actually played this. I've calmed down quite a bit. I'm actually glad I'm doing a voiceover, because the ramblings that I went through was just absolutely horrible. Just to give you a little bit of a context, story time. I am a graphic designer by trade. I am married to a programmer. He's a architect, and what do you call it? Programming architect or whatever. And he also specializes in UI and UX and front end and back end stuff. And I was playing this, and he looked over my shoulder and he's like, "What in the world are you playing? What is this?" I'm like, "No, it's Animalia." He's like, "You lying?" I'm like, "No." And I told him that I feel they literally just took the game and stuck it in Unity, and then, you know, and it's actually, he actually said exactly what they did. He explained to me that there's a button in there that you can convert a game to mobile. That obviously you need to make tweaks and whatever, but it's, you put in a game and then say go mobile, and then it changes. And then he's like, "Okay, cool. What do I need to move? I need to move with a little joystick and then stick in a few buttons. And then there you go. Your game's mobile. You don't need to change a lot." If, you know, that is also the feeling that I got. And then I went to Google, and there's a 4-minute tutorial on how to turn your game into mobile. So yes, I can confirm it's exactly what they did. It's not really well optimized. People might say, "No, but Viv, it's early access." Early access is a game that's actually playable, that is semi-polished. This is still in the development phase and should be in-house still. This is not even early access viable. And I'm sorry, this is the way I feel. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. You can sound off in the comments and we can have a discussion. But I also feel that someone needs to chime in and advocate for better animal survival games. And unfortunately, you can't put that on the server. They delete any negative comments. You can't mention other games. They delete those comments too. Can't compare Animalia to any other thing. They delete that on the Discord server. So I'm making a video and I'm advocating for better animal survival games. Not just this. Sorry, this is a game, but it hides behind an early access title. It's just sloppy. Anyway, that's my rant. Sorry for such a long video. But yeah, I'm interested to see what you guys think. If you like this, please comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.